Hi guys, I'm back and running low on art supplies here, so we're sort of using what we've got left. I've got some Arteza Craft Acrylic colors left. I've also got some Artist Loft 2 paint, so we're good for a little while still. Um, but these are all the colors I've got left, and most of these colors I don't typically use. Like this weird red here. It's called ruby red, but to me it's more like a vermilion. And it's just not a favorite color. And I don't normally use gray. I don't use a lot of like greens. I usually use like a phthalo green and a lime green. Those are my two favorite greens. And orange. I don't use a lot of orange. But these are the colors I have left. So, and most of the bottles were half empty. So we're going to go ahead and try. We're just going to put them all together and hopefully create a pretty pour. Now, almost all of these colors are going to be opaque. So normally I try and use about half transparent, half opaque, but we're just going to go with the flow here. I think this mulberry pink is probably a little more transparent, and this lemon yellow is a little more transparent. Also, the forest green is going to be a little more transparent, but I think all the rest of them are a little more opaque on the opaque side. So hopefully this will work out. The only thing I've done is mixed the Arteza Craft colors with floetrol and a little bit of chilled distilled water. My same mix that I always use. So let's get on with it. Let's get these colors out of the way. We're using mulberry pink, titanium white, ruby red, apple green, koala gray, rose pink, lemon yellow, orange, and forest green. Okay, and we're just using a medicine bottle. It's one of the fatter medicine bottles for this. This is an 8x8 canvas. And we're going to try and do kind of like a split cup again. I haven't put my divider in there, but if you pour two colors in at the same time, they're relatively thick, so they tend to spread a little slower, so you can accomplish that. So I'm just going to give my paints a quick stir. I do have one teeny tiny drop of the treadmill belt lubricant from Lifespan. It is 100% silicone, and I love it. I mean, when I say one teeny tiny drop, I mean teeny tiny drop. So we're going to kind of see how this is going to go with mostly opaque colors. I think it should turn out okay. My colors are pretty thick, so we'll start off with some pink and some green. I think what I'm going to do is take these sticks out of there real quick first and just set them off to the side. Well, not set them off to that side because that's where I'm going to set my wet painting later. And that way, if you take your sticks out and let them sit off to the side, you can reuse them later once they dry. So if you're, wanting to save as much as possible, that's a great way to, conserve your products, your materials. Okay. Just don't pile them all on top of one another so that when you need to restir your paints, you can do that. So we're going to pour the dark green and the pink in first. Set those over there, and let's go for some orange and gray. Pour them carefully. And how about some yellow and red? I'll put the red on this side. We're going to have a lot of paint left over here. And then the pink and the green. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. And then we've got some white here. So we'll do white as a solid layer there. Okay, and then let's go back and do some dark green with maybe some yellow. Let's do the dark green on the other side this time. that yellow did not come out as fast as the... And let's put some pink on top. There we go. Okay, now that thing is full, so it's probably going to spill a little bit when I go to flip it over. We'll just let it sit for just a second so it can kind of, some of the colors can kind of sink through the other colors. And we will keep our fingers crossed. I'm sorry I haven't posted many videos lately. I've been sick, and I've had quite a few tests at the doctor, and nobody can figure out what's wrong with me. So just got some pains in my side and my back and my lower back and my upper back and my rib cage. It's just kind of weird. So it's probably like stomach related. I don't know, but it's been making me feel really lousy lately, so I haven't really felt like painting. So I apologize, but you guys stick with me. Hopefully I can pick up the pace before too long. Plus we've had homeschooling, so that's been a lot. It's been a challenge, but it's been a really fun challenge. Maybe that green is just sitting on top of there. That's pretty though, under that white. Kind of a rainbow under there. But it's like all green, red, orange, and yellow. Where did all my other colors go to? Okay, let's get a palette knife real quick. Oh, where did my palette knife go to? It must be on the counter. There it is. Sorry, I usually have my palette knife ready, but get some in that corner. Get some in that corner. When these colors all blend together, they turn into gray mud. I don't usually have muddy colors, but man, that is muddy. Okay, that's about it. Out of there. So let's mush it over the sides, over that corner. Because we all know how the corners do not like to cooperate. We're just going to kind of grab some of that paint from the edge there and push it over. That way our paint will flow well. Okay, good enough. Good enough. Let's see. Let's find a corner catcher here. Always got to have corner catcher ready. And let's torch it real quick. I see a lot of air bubbles, but like 2 cells. Well, I've got 2 little caterpillar cells. I do not like those caterpillar cells. Now we're starting to see some cells come up, and they're teeny tiny right now, but once we stretch it, they'll grow. My paint may be a little thicker than I usually have it, so that might also have something to do with it. I just thought I would see what would happen if I made it a little bit thicker. Okay, so let's pick a side that we want to kind of save. I kind of like this over here, so, and I also like that, but we'll go for this side first. And remember, keep your corner catcher against your sides, but off your corners. And go slowly so your paint slides across the surface instead of running over itself. I hope everyone out there is still doing well. You guys are happy and healthy, and you're finding new, interesting ways to keep safe in your homes and keeping busy. Now we've been finding new ways to entertain ourselves. We've the girls and I have created a new little project. We've been watching a lot of YouTube videos because we have nothing else to do now. Now school is out, so we got to find lots of interesting new ways to keep the kids busy. So we're going to go off this corner next. Then we'll go off this one. I don't know. I don't like that little cell right there, so I'm hoping we can get rid of that. Come on, baby. And Angie and Jim, if you're listening, we are doing well, and nobody in the household has gotten sick yet. So thank you for that message a few days ago. I appreciate that. I'm sorry I haven't gotten back to you. I've just sort of been wallowing in misery because my stomach is not happy with me. So, but I want to thank you guys for being such wonderful friends and being so concerned about me and my family. And everyone else out there who has sent lovely messages recently. And anyone who has supported my channel or in whatever way you guys are supporting it. Not real sure about this painting. It's not real pretty to me, but that's okay. Oh, we got, how did we manage that? We managed to miss this whole side right here, so I'm going to pour it this way a little bit. Just hopefully it'll go over. Oh, I lost those pretty cells. Oh, and now we have one giant yellow mass right there. Okay, that's okay. Let's go off of this side. So this is kind of what happens. This is a real good example of what happens when all you have is opaque paints. I don't think they turn out well. I'll lose a lot of that. I'm going to pour a lot of that off because it was just kind of ugly. Okay, so we have an interesting painting. I'm not sure I like it at all. I don't like that. There's like no cells in here. Wipe my hands off so we can torch it again. Always keep a wet rag next to you. That way when you forget your gloves like I did today. See, I haven't painted in a while, so I totally forgot to wear my gloves. So now I'm going to have orange and green fingernails for the next week.
It'll be like you painted them.
Sure. Okay, so this is really... Let's torch it and see if that helps at all with the total ugliness of this painting. It's bright colors. The colors are really bright. That's the one good thing about the Arteza products is the colors are really pretty and bright. But yeah, like I said, when you use all opaques, which is predominantly what these are, you just don't get the cells like I like to get. Okay, so it's kind of neat. You got all the colors in there. I think we got a little bit of the gray right there. We don't have any of that pale pink, which is a shame because I really liked that color. And I think we pretty much have every other color, but not a huge fan of this painting. But you can see where I torched. Some of the cells are growing a little bit, so that's a good thing. Just give it one more torch. Okay, I think that's going to be it. Well, it's very bright. It's very pretty. I'm not going to bring it down because I think you really can see. Well, sure, why not? Okay, so when you get close, you can see some of these little cells that are coming up. And they're growing a little bit. They'll grow a teeny tiny bit more. Not much, but they will grow. And we still have some lines around our cells. So, but I did just mix this. So you see a lot of air bubbles. That if I had left the paint overnight, you wouldn't see quite so many air bubbles, but I have no patience. Once I mix up my paints, I like to pour immediately. You got some pretty tiny little cells there with lines around them. Those are nice. I would like to have a lot more of those, but there again, mostly opaque paint. That's kind of, in my experience, that's what I get. Lots of air bubbles. You can see in that white where they've been popped. And that's a totally not interesting area. Okay. Well, that's a pretty area. Okay, guys. Well, there's your pretty for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys still have some art supplies left at home where you can experiment with whatever you've got left. So just have fun with whatever you've got, and hopefully the world will get back to normal real soon. And thank you for everyone's support. Thank you guys for watching the ads for me. That is really, right now, that's the only way I can keep my channel going is if you guys watch the ads, I get a teeny tiny bit of ad revenue. Also, if you'd like to donate to my channel, my PayPal link is below. And I know we're all in hard times right now, so just take care of yourselves and your family, and just know that we're all in this together, as they like to say on the TV every 30 seconds. I love you all. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.